The loyal knights of the Duke of Aquitaine did not know that the blood kiss was given to him by the mighty Ab-Harash, the founder of the lineage of the Blood Dragons. And so his body was taken back to his land, and he would officially pass on after 3 nights and they would entomb him. 3 days later, he would emerge as a dread vampire. Bent on revenge, he rallied many under his banner, and his brother, King Louis, not to be confused with the current one, raised an army to stop him. At a battle in Surreal, the two fought, and all would have been lost for Bretonnia if not for the lady's light blinding the Red Duke. His heart was pierced by a blessed lance. The king would not let them burn the duke's body despite the pleas of the nearby lords and priestesses. In a great tower of marble overlooking Surreal, his body was interred. Seals were placed here to seal him inside, and the duke remained here for near 500 years, until the campaign you see before you now. The Empire is still close by. I don't know who they're trying to fight. Probably those orcs again. The orcs did not go fight what I wanted them to, but that's fine as well. My god, how much power do you have here, King of Bretonnia? They took money from Gisero, a lot more money than we had originally. Carcassonne called a call of errantry. Now, a lot of young, willing warriors will be charging into battle. Pedavon did too. The Red Duke vassalized Artois, correct? We did do that. Now, everything that remains is under my control. Gisero, right? They're not growing very well. There are Skaven who are taking their people.
I will not blight my soul.
Raymond
Do you take me
and Pierre.
for a churl?
You two are very, very strong. It's going to be a challenge to try to win over there. The Empire, again, they are really close to me right now. They've got some vast armies that I do not want to fight. Not today. Well then, if you're coming to fight me, then I'll go to Langui and bother Langui. That'll be my goal now. To go bother Couronne and Langui. Good, you did it.
I shall share my greatness.
Not bad. Rank 5. We'll give you Assault Garrison 2. You didn't do your job yet, did you? No, you did not. You failed. Very well, very well. I will pretend that didn't happen. I'm sure it'll never happen again, right? Ever? Okay. So if I go to attack now, I should just move down here to Gisero. If these two armies want to come fight me, so be it. Let them come do so. Oh, it's going to be a tough one. And look at Kimmler, just chilling out, waiting for me to die. A very rude fellow. Yeah, getting that mod to increase the level of leaders has been very effective. Kimmler's done like nothing and he's rank 10. So everyone's going to be a really hard challenge, which I think is a very important thing to have. We've completed more technology that's going to help out with our public order. Ah, very good. Baston will now head to Marienburg. We have a new regiment of renown. The Hungry. Villages across southern Bretonnia became cannibalistic haunts as the hunger-racked survivors looked to their slain kinsmen for sustenance through a harsh winter and a bloody spring. That's pretty awful. I didn't do that part. They did that. The Empire is indeed hunting down my orc friends. Very well, that is fine. Look at how corruption is just spreading all over. Ooh, down here is chaos corruption. They're losing a lot. Oh, they're under attack at 2 locations. I wonder who's killing them. Carcassonne, what is happening to you?
Dark are these times, and
Oh, the Skaven! They're beating Carcassonne.
King Lewin Leoncoeur.
Bretonnia is actually the #1 power in the entire world. The Empire is only ranked number 8.
Greetings.
Wonder.
Cannot.
No, you do not want that. Fine, very well, very well. Ah, look at Manfred. He's not even very powerful. What a weakling. What a weakling. Now, where do I go?
I don't care
There's an
for
agent
this
that I want to
order.
kill. I do.
Deeds are legend to victory.
A failure. That's unfortunate. But a student, plus 10% to research rate. Ah, very good.
Paladin of Bretonnia.
Why don't you take, for now, let's say we give you Wound. I want you to have a better chance at taking another enemy out. Samuel will eventually use on the battlefield. Not today, but one day. No, it's time for them to continue to try to level up. Now, what else can we use right now? Cheaper buildings? I mean, to get an unliving labor force means that my buildings would cost 30% less. And it'll really take less time, too. I mean, these are all great things that I need for the long term.
I have seen your heart.
All right, Baston is going. The Red Duke Can now get the Blade of Leaping Gold. And 2 more levels I can get my Zombie Dragon. But the Blade of Leaping Gold. The Red Duke took his sword from an Emir of Araby he defeated in single combat. Armor piercing damage goes up by 12, melee attack plus 5. It enables magical attacks, and we already have that, but still. +2 to recruit rank for all Blood Knight units in my army. And a new ability, Blade of Leaping Gold, giving me a temporary augment. Oh, wow. Try fighting him now. Try fighting him now. I wonder, to stage an ambush. We're not very good at it, are we? If we find a proper location, it's only 55% here. But if we could find one that's like 80. I saw 80 somewhere. Over there. Okay. Not where I'm at. Yeah, I can't move anywhere out there, but again, if we could just ambush one of them.
Darkness comes.
In unique campaigns, there's always like this small period where things become quite difficult. Oh, you can't do that in view of another faction's army. Really? Now that's interesting. That adds a new dynamic to it. That makes my life incredibly difficult. A terrifying and huge battle. We get to defend a choke point. Coron is sending out their best right now, outside of the king himself. There would be so many knights for me to kill. Thankfully, we have a very talented crew for our field trebuchet, but keep in mind, they outnumber me, and they have a majority of mounted units too. Those have a smaller unit size, and yet they still outnumber me. That tells you alone how many they have and how much trouble that we're in. These knights are about to charge in. It will take them time, but my trebuchet will have a target. It's time to go look over here. By the way, if you want to see that new unit that I picked up, before we go look at everything, here they are. You can see how creepy they look. Milky white eyes, ashen black skin. Now we zoom out. So the goal is to weaken them, to use my trebuchet to strike at their lords. Do not forget our formula. Stone is greater than faith. Oh yeah, no, you can have faith. Your shield will help you. But stone says no. Stone denies you. Oh, yeah. Yep. He's gone. What about you, pal? Still here? He's like, oh, by the way, I'm going to relocate. Also, horny hat. Horny hat lady. Your hat angers me. It is illogical. I do not appreciate it. I do not know the purpose, and I do not wish to understand it. I will be intolerant of your hats, and I choose that choice right now. Bye. See? Now there's one more. I don't think she's dead. Is she dead? We'll check later. Oh, no. She's still here. She's like, ah-ha-ha! My face caught that one. We are okay. There's no problem here. My archers are hitting some of their units, and here comes another stone. 'Tis but a flesh wound, I say. Alright, now she's dead. And I like how he just rides right over her. He's like, alright. You know what? I'm leaving now. It's time for me to go. Oh, no. He's not going anywhere. Hey, dismounting is finally in, and that's a lot of blood. Wow. Now they charge in. They're like, hey, you killed our leaders. It's time. Time for the greatest of all charges. The one charge to end them all. I applaud them for their strength. Fighting that many knights is a nightmare. One thing that they have a distinct advantage in as well are archers. I have a field trebuchet. That is great. But I do not have the archers to deal with their archers. Those archers will easily destroy my units. They're firing volley or loosing volley after volley on my units. That mass of arrows, it's quite damaging. We settled on this hill. That's my shed, by the way, with my floating tree. And we get to defend this point. Crypt ghouls, pole arms, and a militia group was brought to the fore as well. They come from the nearby town. We get to fight further. that field trebuchet, again, is a cornerstone of this battle. The flagstone that we have laid down. No, literally, we're laying down flagstones on top of people. Wasn't a joke. I'm being literal. Oh, battle of battles. That's one of them. Another prophetess. I like how she's just running out. She's like, you know what? I don't have that same hat, but I know that you have a disdain for our hats. That was a pretty good dodge. No, like, you almost got away. But I think we got her too. Hey, wake up. Wake up, sleepyhead. Oh, wait, is she gonna... Nope, nope, nope. She's dead. All right, well. We can go back to the main battle now. The Red Duke knows that he must win. When you're in a position like him, it's almost like Hannibal in Rome. Though, I suppose we're able to sustain our numbers, so maybe not quite. Never mind. We were one wandering army, but because of my focus on replenishment, it makes my life easier. They have mounted yeomen. These archers, again, are the biggest threat. But I also have to hit all of their knights. All of their knights are an issue for me. They even have what appears to be Grell Knights, too, or Grell Guardians. And even though each stone would take down like 10 at a time, 20 or 30, they just had more knights. It felt like they were just budding. They were reproducing asexually and just budding everywhere. It's a budding knight. And we just follow a trail of lances. While they continue to pepper my units, many of my destroyed and killed units are all from archers. There's only so much they've been able to do. Polearms are behind. We can see right now that all of these knights here are not going to give up. They're going to stay for a very long time. We're fighting on the front lines. The Red Duke fighting on the front lines. The Black Grell Knight that we have fighting on the front lines. There's the Black Grell Knight right now. I was actually surprised at how sturdy he is. And I've built everything in a very specific way to behoove that type of sentiment, that tactic, that plan. The Red Duke should be over here somewhere. Potentially fighting in the midst. There's their Grell Relique. For an overview of how dramatic this battle is, have a look. See how many of my units are dead. Many of my units are, well, you get my point. We found the Red Duke. If only he had a zombie dragon, that would have changed up the entire battle. Let me tell you, when we get that zombie dragon, everything changes. Everything. Nothing is really the same after we get a zombie dragon. And now, he'll just kill hundreds standing here, replenishing. They don't have the armor piercing. They have spades, they have swords, but they don't have the armor piercing to get through to him. Our trebuchet should soon be out of stones. But there's a lot of dead knights nearby. They were trying to squeeze in. Didn't really work out for them. It's a conga line of knights. Some of them are fleeing, then they rally, then they get back in line. Walking here would be lovely. Some very clean looking water. Not enough bodies in it. No, I threw every body in. I knew that this would be a grinder. So what does that mean for me? That means I've got to find a way to outlast him using Invocation of Nehek and any buff that he has, which he's using right now. You can see that weird little temporal shield. I knew that leadership would be a factor for them later on. Not as much for me. I have human units, but also undead units to help me hold. So the issues are not as pronounced. And while their archers scored many kills, I didn't really want to focus on trying to kill them with my trebuchet for all time. largely because they will eventually run out of arrows and then they're done. We catch arrows with our faces. We're very good at it. It's our beginning battle. A battle where not many are going to make it. Especially us. No, they came to fight us. I mean, they came over here. We were the ones who were victimized by their assault. Ron? They had what? Over 2 armies sent over here. Should we beat them? We might even have a chance to take more of their land. Like taking Marienburg would be fantastic. We could develop that into a very wealthy port city, but under our control, our shadowy control. We're not really pushing them down. We're just maintaining what we have. And all the while, these knights on the leftmost area are still fighting. These ravens here were actually fairly potent. They're a fairly tough group. Proud of how they performed. They ended up getting like over 150 kills throughout the fight. And if we zoom back out, look at how many knights are left. That trebuchet only has a few shots left. My units are limited in number. It's only all together that they form any substantial group. The Red Duke has bodies that are all around him because, well, he's killed a lot. He's killed a lot of a lot. If you thought a lot was a lot, the Red Duke would prove you wrong. Over here's where they almost broke through. They were so close to breaking through. Even archers will be sent in to help hold the line. If I had some manner of flying unit or anything that could get behind them, I think things would have been different. Things would have changed. And the battle just ground on. There was no end in sight. They had no leaders, and yet they still all continued to fight on. I couldn't believe it. I was shocked. Usually when you take out their leaders, they're done for. Blood Dragons are now moving in to attack too. They'll finish off anyone who's coming at them. They're fresh. They haven't been fighting. I saved my elite for the last charge. Here they come, more of them. Coming to fight Blood Dragons. How brave, how foolish. There are so many bodies here, I couldn't even begin to tell you what to do with them all. How few units we have left. How close the battle's been. Remember when I had masses of troops aligned on the hill? That's over now, but we did finally win the battle. It's over for them. Now we get to chase those who are fleeing. Good job, Red Duke. You did it. That was by far one of the most challenging and difficult battles I've ever had the pleasure to fight, but we did it. We managed to win a major battle. The Red Duke alone killed over 400. Louis of Brent killed over 250. And you can see the remainder of my kills now. Our trebuchet over 500. I think all of you have earned names. I don't usually name a unit until they're very good, but now we have units who are very good. There are bodies everywhere. We could raise dead all day. And then the following day. Get out of here for a bit, Bretonia. And what do you want, Carcassonne? A non-aggression pact. I know you're getting your tail handed to you right now, Fae Enchantress, but I will not be treating with you. Not right now. That was a wonderful battle. Averlin is fighting the vampire counts. Very good. We killed how many? 4 of their commanders. Heroes and lords alike. All completely dead. Pieta, Sophia, Agnes, the Varg are now fighting the Red Horns. My agents are still out there. I'll be using them extensively, especially because it's going to be cheaper for me to do so. An enemy within, one of your spies who flits between the courts of mortal men, seems to be straying from... Oh. Okay, a higher chance to perform or a cheaper cost. For now, we want the stick. Snap his neck. He is a being that still breathes but craves the red kiss. Now he's dead. Goodbye.
More sleep shines.
Louis of Brent is now level 12. Let's put a point into Woundmaker again. He's dealt a lot of damage. I mean, that -5 to melee attack could have saved many of my undead and my living too. I do not have much more to give him. Oh, look at what I can bring up. 1 corpse card. Now, do I want you to come join me? +5 to melee attack, melee defense 2 for Vigor Mortis. I see. You cause damage to yourself over time. I understand. A magical aura and regeneration. Right. Your aura is a pretty good buff. It doesn't really fit the overall mobile theme of my army, but it could be quite handy. Crypt Horrors are probably much better for me right now. Black Knights too. Black Knights too. Alright. May lose more units in a minute, so why don't we charge in? Oh, okay, never mind. Outside of losing my crypticals, I think we're okay. The dead rise again, never mind. They're okay, once more. Loot gained how much? 1,718 dark magic. And we leveled up again. With another damn black cat. Oh, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. Okay. 2 more dead enemies, and what do we have over here? Level 17 for the Red Duke. The Red Duke is now going to pick up another special ability of his, Honor or Death. Let's see here. Many mortal champions change their attitude when their proud challenge is accepted by a dark creature whose very eyes are the eyes of death. So we get a new passive ability giving us +8 to melee, sorry, not melee, but leadership, and +11% to damage resistance to negate all damage in combat, magic, piercing, and melee.
It's night.
Let's have a look over here, or at least missile damage. Marienburg is left on its own.
Ready.
It's time for me to replenish, and then we can consider going to Marienburg, but we fought a major fight. Now I get to wait. Briefly, but I get to wait.
Paladin of Bretonia.
For my agents, well,
Very well. For the lady.
good job. I'll put another point into wound. For my White King, it's time for you to continue attacking Langui. Langui makes how much for Bretonia? 2,600. I mean, I know the AI gets boost, but my god. That's a lot. What can we get down here? Hunting grounds would provide more income and other benefits too, but we need a bigger garrison in order to defend that location. Bordelot, tier 3. A great idea. Let's do it. Aquitaine would be exposed, but that is alright. Averlorn decided to join Lyonesse in attacking us, meaning that Adelhard over here in Lyonesse is allied to Averlorn. Did I get those names mixed up? I hope I did. 2 A's.
What do you want?
Ah. What do I want to pick up now? None of what you have. Instead, I will get Secrets of the Bloody Grail. I mean, if I do that, I get 20% casualty for replenishment. We'll never have to stop after a battle. We'll just heal up every single time.
I will alone.
Grungzint has been burned down. And I have a mission to raid Marienburg. That is really not a lot of dark magic, so I don't really care for that too much. I wonder now, who burned you down? Was it the orcs? Maybe so.
Do you know who I am?
Baston, you're led by Bohemond, who is now level 13. He's becoming more and more powerful. It's pretty scary. No one else is trying to attack me. The orcs are a friend of mine. I mean, I don't really want Massif Orkau, so if he would like to keep it for now and provide some opposition to my neighbors, that's much better for me. Kimmler, at the very least, is spreading more vampiric corruption. We can use him for that purpose. You better go fight those dwarves later. Now we can end our turn. The gods are angry. What else is really new? The omens are ill. Something you have done has angered the gods. Yep, sounds like me. Yet they are fickle. They may forgive you in time. Well, gods, I don't know who you are, but here's some dark magic. Shut up and give me public order.
What?
Now, do we go to Marienburg? A very important question for me and for you. No, largely for me. If you're watching, I'm the one who might make a bad choice or two. Sounds about right, though. Ah, very good. You did a good job, Sammy boy. We'll put a point into Blade Master. One day you'll be fighting on the battlefield. Not today, but one day, one day.
My bloodline calls.
Oh, no one over in Marienburg? Don't mind if I do.
Wipe them out.
They don't have a large garrison. I'll take it. Sure, we lost a few, but now we have a lot more money coming in for dark magic. A new follower gained, Immortal Informer. If they had a leader, but no, I've already earned it. I fought that major battle before, beating every army they had. Beautiful.
What do you want?
We finally made some headway. Level 13 for Louis of Brent. Louis of Brent? Let's put a point into Scarred Veteran. You will hold in battle forever. What's over here now? Rights of Strength, more Blood Knights. I do want that. I really, really do. But before we can have that, we need to upgrade Aquitaine into a shady township, a tier 3 settlement where we can build beautiful walls over in Aquitaine. A damaged building? Ah, that would be Marienburg. And we now have the Marienburg docks, providing 500 more income for me. We're going to call it here, everyone. Thank you for watching. Leave a like down below and look forward to more tomorrow. And as always, until then...